Welcome back. Let's see. Got my mic, my music, and my camera. Let's go. Okay. So the next matches that are on the menu are Molotov Gaming versus AFAB, and then Holy Dynasty versus Equinox. The one we're going to be watching is the battle for semi-final. So that is Molotov Gaming versus AFAB. Let's see. Yeah. Gonna need to have the picks and bans started in both servers. 2 matches are going to be happening. I will be switching to the server now so that we can take a look at the warm-ups happening. There we go. Molotov Gaming versus Assigned Fast at Birth. This is a match that is they still could make it into the semifinals. Molotov Gaming so far has a victory. We still need that sheet updated as well for 7th and 9th place. Picks and bans. Here we are. There it is. One more day is gonna be out. I need a new page of my paper here. Oh, there we go. One more day is out. One more day is gonna be out. Gaming, we'll be picking or banning the next one. Delightful Winter also out. That's a. We're gonna have 2 picks. Molotov will pick up now. This is also gonna be a best of 5. South African spotted, indeed. Valorate. Ooh, I've not seen that one too many times today. And one map that I would love to see as well is the Flip. We haven't seen that at all. So let's see if some teams will be picking that. Years Lost will be picked. Let's see. Molotov has another pick. Writing along here. There we go. A pick by Molotov and a pick by AFAB. Then a ban by each team. And then, of course, we have a decider. Best of 5 is on the menu. Molotov taking their sweet old time. Of course, they have a minute to choose, so it is all good. Valorate. With that scary, scary finish. The Flip is actually gonna be played. Flip is gonna be played. We're gonna also maybe perhaps see Carousel. If we go to map 4. But the Flip is gonna be played no matter what. Glacialis is out. We're not gonna be ice sliding. Also Nine Tails, not gonna be that. And Red Barricade, if we get to it, is gonna be the decider. So this one is a ban. That one's the decider. All right. Valorate is our first one to take a look at. Do a little bit of that. We're gonna switch to Valorate. That's the first map we're gonna be playing. Molotov versus Assigned Fast at Birth. We haven't seen Assigned Fast at Birth play yet, so I'm glad we get to see them. Of course, what's at stake is still a spot in the semi-final. Let's see, is it updated yet? I would like to ask the staff to update the round robin 2 thing with a win or a loss and a point. First round that we saw. Meanwhile, Molotov Gaming, of course, has a victory already, which means if they win this, that puts them in an incredibly good position here. Trident versus... wait, actually, it is Enderin and Causer. Excuse me. Enderin and Causer versus Marina and Lena. Lena, also known as Trident. I might mix those names up every now and then, but I'm just gonna call her Lena for now. We have a few more seconds of warm-up yet. Molotov versus AFAB for a spot in the semifinal tomorrow, facing the Shorkies. Not an easy matchup, but who knows what happens. Marina, early mistake there with that respawn immediately. That leaves Lena in a position to get first place here on Valorate. Oh, we have another crash here. It was Causer. That means Enderin gets the first place now, inherited. All of them going through the motions. Let's hear it in chat. Which is your favorite team? Who's your favorite driver? Who are you cheering for? For now, it is Enderin and Causer going into that reactor first, but it is Enderin sliding out there. And Causer will make it into... Oh, look at that. Enderin not able to secure second place or third. Sniped by Lena and Marina both. It is a draw to start with. 1-1. 3 maps is what you need to win in order to secure a victory here. And of course, if Molotov makes that happen, that would already be pretty huge. For now though, Marina with a good start. And we're going into the wet reactor. Marina in first place. Oh, that's a big crash. That's a big crash. Causer in second, Enderin in third now. Marina going to the risky and does make that with a new PB. Where's Enderin? Enderin makes it into third. Lena also makes it into the risky. Marina with a PB, 47.3, half a second above world record. We have another draw. This is promising to be a very, very close matchup. We have a mistake here. It was Enderin. Lena also touching the wall here. So Marina finds herself now in first place. And Enderin, not with the best line. Maybe a tiny clip as well, gets overtaken by Lena, and suddenly AFAB is in a position where they could win this round if they hold on to these positions here. The reactor slides. Oh, there I see an Enderin popping in here. Who is gonna miss the risky? Is anyone gonna miss the risky? There's new PBs all over the place on the side of AFAB, but it is a victory for AFAB, and they are now just putting a little bit of a gap, 3 to 4. It's still very, very tiny, and anything can happen, but it's there, and that does put the ball in Molotov's court. They need to win now or do some kind of ace. They can't just keep drawing. Lena with awkward line falls back a little, but it's Causer who takes the lead. Marina in tow. They're very close together going into that reactor. Marina has a little bit more speed though. Who will come out best? Look at that. Marina with a beautiful line. What is this battle happening here? They're so close. Oh my goodness. Causer manages to snipe that. Marina sets a PB, but Causer had just a little bit of a different line. With a victory, they draw it back up again. What was that? Now these are the battles I'm here for. I am here for this. Let's go. Marina once again in the lead. That is not a great line by Lena. That will slow her down significantly. Actually has to respawn. That's pretty huge. Enderin does not calculate that drift very well and also has to release in order to save that. And that puts Marina and Kazer once again together in the lead. Gonna fight it out for first place. Kazer managed to snipe it in the previous round. Can she do that same trick? Oh, but a big crash. Marina with a respawn. Huge crash there. And Kazer does make it into first place. Enderin in second place. And that is suddenly the ace for Molotov. 8-5. Just like that. Just like that. It's track point for Molotov. They need 2 draws or maybe a little bit of a victory. But with Marina making this early mistake, that actually does open up some possibilities here. We have Enderin trailing third. A little bit of airtime here, maybe. No, oh, that's a little bit wide. Lena also not the best line there. And Enderin can come back in a little bit closer. Doesn't quite overtake though, but Marina with that line suddenly popping into third place. Suddenly we're in a draw position and not in a victory position, so that might have been a very, oh my god, Lena with a new PB. But what is this? Kazer doesn't make the risky, and instead of a draw, AFAB takes the map. No, they don't. I'm sorry. They tie it up. Holy moly. I got all confused there for a second. It's 8-8. It's 8-8. Huge, important round there for AFAB. And a costly mistake by Kazer. Will no doubt do whatever she can to correct that one in the next round. Kazer now fighting it out with 2 AFAB ladies. Let's take a look a little bit better here for that reactor section. Oh, that's a crash by Lena. Has to respawn. And now Marina and Kazer once again fighting it out. Kazer manages first place with a 47.2. That is the victory for Molotov. 10-9. Molotov takes first map on Valorate. Wow, just like that. Just like that. Years lost. Not a map we have seen today yet. Map made by Eva. The shortest map in the map pack, if I'm not mistaken, 39 seconds. But that means that any mistake is going to be very, very hard to come back from because the map is so short. And the finish is going to be right there. We have a short warm-up of half a second, and then we're going to be kicking it off on Years Lost. Do love that all the maps are coming around once again. Seeing all the glorious battles happening here. Different lines here happening. Oh, big crash by Lena. Has to respawn that a couple times. Huge bonk into the pillar. Or into one of those pillars. There were quite a couple. And Marina, for now, takes the lead. It is Enderin, though, with a crash. But Lena is very far behind, so Enderin could still maybe stay ahead. Although, Lena, not too far. We're going into that final jump. Marina stays in first place. Kazer will secure second. Close behind Marina. Enderin in third. Lena in fourth. That's a draw to start with. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. That jump in the end is very scary because once you're... It's a very long jump. And if you don't aim it correctly, your respawn is gonna be significant. You better aim it right. And we've seen that go wrong before. Andorin now with the best start. So we're looking at Hazar in first now, followed by Lena and Marina. Lena with one fell swoop, taking over first place here, but we're going into that last thing. Oh, that's such a battle here. Look at this. They're so close together. Who's going to be first? 1/1000th of a second between them. Hazar makes it though, stays just ahead by a single hair. We're still tied. 2-2. Different lines here. People going left and right of that first pillar. Marina with huge speed coming out of that. Lena with a respawn. But I don't know what the heck that was that Marina just did. That was some driving. Suddenly so far ahead of everyone else. Kazar with the crash. Andorin has made a mistake. Marina is about to line up that jump. Aims it quite nicely. Kazar as well. Andorin as well. We have another draw. It seems like Years Lost is quite a close match. I want to know what the heck Marina did there. I'm gonna be taking a look-see. Good start by Marina here. Is she gonna do that again? She is gonna do that again, but doesn't get quite the same amount of speed out of it, or Kazar did a similar thing and came out of it nicely as well. Kazar actually contesting. Marina touching. That's gonna be very costly. Still stays ahead of Enderin though, but it's quite close. Kazar and Lena now lifting off. Kazar with a new PB even, 39.8. We're getting faster, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, the 4th draw in a row. Beautiful times driven. Stella holds the world record here. A 39.541. Look at these lines. Marina always coming out in first place after that U-turn on those ramps. Has an interesting line there that others can't quite replicate as of yet. Here we go, onto that last stretch. Does Lena have a little bit more speed? It is a teammate. Cannot quite overtake her own teammate. But that is the first non-draw. And suddenly AFAB finds themselves on track point. They would need the ace to do it. But we've just seen that they can do that. And they do it again. Here we see those different lines. Kazar and Lena going left of that pillar. Ooh, that is not the best line by Lena, I think it was. Wait, was it? Actually, it was. Don't even listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Lena in first place. Kazar trailing in second. Enderin, 1.5 second of a gap. Kazar going a little bit wider. Lena will aim that correctly. 39.9. Marina with a respawn. That puts her in 4th place.
Draw.
It's a draw that puts them 5-8. AFAB is perfectly happy to keep doing more draws. They just need 2 more. All they want is not to let Molotov ace them. That would tie them up again. Ooh, Kazar with a crash. Just clipping the outside there. That could be very costly. That could be very costly. Lena has a very different line here. It does seem to work out though. And suddenly AFAB is in ace position with Kazar and Enderin both 0.8 behind them for a second. Ooh, Lena with a crash though. Lena with a big crash. Almost full stop. Marina will secure first. Enderin in a third. Causer in second. 40.1 is the time. 6-9. It's track point for AFAB. Only an ace will help Molotov now in this map. One bonk can cost you this map? Yeah. Because it's so short. What was that? Causer completely out of it. Respawns very late as well. Is maybe just deciding that we're gonna fight it out on the next map. I am not sure. For now though, Marina and Lena in the lead. Enderin is a second behind that. Lena almost jumping into that edge there, but does correct it. There it is with the ace. A new PB by Marina, 39.8. Beautiful time. 6-12. Gears Lost goes the way of AFAB. So far, both teams have won their own map pick. So Valorade was picked by Molotov. They won that. Gears Lost was picked by AFAB. They won that. The flip is our next map. We haven't seen that today either, so I'm excited. Molotov has picked it. Let's see what AFAB thinks about that. A map built by Maji from the Big Bonkers. We have quite a few mapping drivers in this competition. This map is one of them. It has been banned by a lot of teams. So I'm quite happy that we can see it. And of course, it is banned because it's a hard map. It's kind of RPG-ish. There's flips and things and lineups, and a lot of things can go wrong. Let's put it that way. Who can keep their head cool? Lena, not keeping their head cool, has to respawn that right out the gate. Take a look at the front here. What the flip indeed. Causer has a first place. Ooh, that is a respawn by Enderin. Causer and Marina, the only ones coming through that flip unscathed. However, Causer, now not landing quite nicely, has to respawn as well. Marina doesn't. Oh no! Has to respawn that as well. The first round on the flip is flipping crazy. And we see Marina still in the lead after all those crazy happenings. But Causer, what is this? Causer overtakes on the last stretch. What do you mean? Most normal flip round. Exactly. Okay, so get your cinema emotes lined up, people, because I've got a feeling we're gonna need them. Let's go. 1-1 on AFAB. I hope we stay on this map for a very long time. So we've got some interesting lines here at the start. Some deciding to take that inside line. Lena with a respawn. And let's see. Ooh, good flip by Enderin. But Marina had not a good flip, but a better landing. Causer has come through all of it fastest so far. And there, Marina now with a good landing has to adjust her line a little bit though. Causer still in the lead. Marina will secure second place if nothing goes wrong, whereas Enderin a little bit behind. No! What is that crash? Marina crashing on the landing, and suddenly Enderin says, "Thank you very much, I'll take that." 4-1. Suddenly there's a 3-point gap. The flip delivers. Let me put it that way. Marina with a respawn. Early respawn for her. So more respawns for Marina. Oh, we've got some happenings here. And Lena trying to not quite making the... Oh my goodness. Really doesn't want to respawn that. And has to start from a full stop now. I did make it through the flip. Causer is in first place. Enderin in second. Is it gonna be another ace? Causer with a respawn. Where is is Causer. Causer still in second place. Marina with a respawn. Oh my goodness. I can't even keep up. I love it. I love it. Okay, Lena is deciding to finish a little bit slower just to give themselves some time. Marina as well is like, okay, let's just take a breather right now. That's another ace. 7-1. AFAB needs to ace back twice. But what the flip is going on? There it is. Causer with a different line. Endrin as well. Lena with a respawn. Huge. Huge. Who can flip? They all flip kind of properly. Some come out with a little bit more speed. Ooh, but Endrin with an awkward line. Lena with another respawn. That's going to cost so much time. Let's take a look here at the front. Causer and Marina coming through that second bit nicely. Onto the dirt. Causer has made this mistake a couple times now. Again, where's Marina? Also making a mistake. Not able to overtake this time. Endrin, take what? It's done. The flip is done. Molotov takes it. Holy flippin' macaroni. 10-1. Just like that. We are done with the flip. And Molotov takes their second map. We're gonna see Carousel now. The flip is a really nice match for sure. Also, Carousel is one map that we have not really seen today yet. So it is that map with the pipe ending, where also crazy things can and will happen. It's like Murphy's Law, but in Trackmania. The flip is one of those maps. Carousel is one of those maps. And we're gonna see what happens here. Molotov has 2 maps. AFAB has 1. So if Molotov takes this map, they will win it. That puts them in a very good position. Or maybe that puts them in the semi-final. I am not sure. Endrin has a bit of a slower bobsleigh there. There's some engines being turned off here in specific places. Marina and Causer fighting it out for now. On this, oh, Marina with an outside dirt line touch. And that slows you down so much. And that puts Causer in the lead. Here we have that penalty dirt slalom section. Causer with a nice bit of, oh no! I spoke too soon. Causer had to respawn. Marina Elena suddenly put it into an ace. 3-0. They have to win this map in order to stay in it. They have to. And they put a good start for now. Down. Outside dirt line. Take the speed. You want the speed for the engine off bobsleigh. Very important to take that outside dirt line very well. Once again, Endrin doesn't get it quite as well as the other 3 who are really close together. And AFAB finds themselves in a good position here. They are in the top 3, both of them, maybe even top 2. Causer needs to pass one of them at least. Oh, that's a huge crash. Lena touches the wall, and now it is Marina in first still. Causer this time not falling off the pipe. Lena will take third, and that puts the victory down. Marina has a new PB as well, 51.5, which is quite a good time. Causer actually holding the world record here with a 51.2. Of course, we haven't seen this map for a while. Also, last step. It was not in the map pack. So, pretty good to see it again. That pipe delivers for sure. Outside dirt lines incoming. And we have a top 3 that is once again really close together. And a little bit of an engine off here. Look at them. They are so close. Of course, 1-5 is a very good position for AFAB to be in. And Enderin does seem to have some issues with this map. Ooh, that's a clip though by both the AFAB ladies. Where's Enderin? Still in 4th place. Here, of course, you want to nosedive as much as you can. Do we cause it with a respawn? Oh no! It is Lena and wait, Marina with a respawn as well. Lena ends up in 1st place.
Draw.
It's a draw. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 2-6. Carousel. We have missed thee so much. Oh, we've got touches. Marina with a touch. Is overtaken by Enderin. And of course, you don't want to touch right before that engine off bobsleigh. That is very painful. Really, really slow stuff. Causer in 1st place. Always fighting for those first positions here. But it is that pesky pipe at the end. Outside dirt lines. So many of them. If you want to practice your outside dirt lines, practice this map, let me tell you. And also no sliding. Here it is. Beautiful no slides by Causer and Lena. Causer flies off the pipe. Lena overtakes. Where's everybody else? Enderin, Causer first, or 2nd and 3rd place. Marina in 4th. But Lena with a very important 1st place here. 3-7 is now the score. That puts AFAB on track point. If they get the ace, they could do it. But what anything Molotov wants, they really want to ace them back. Causer in 1st. Lena and Marina ready to snipe. Causer has fallen off this pipe a bunch of times. Marina overtakes 2nd place. There's that outside dirt line. Causer with a crash. This could be it. This could be map 5. Right here. Can they stay on the pipe? Can they stay on the pipe? For now, both of them still on the pipe. And they're doing it. They are doing it. Enderin with a respawn. Just like that. It is 3-10. Map 5. And map 5 is Red Barricade. 3-10. So, up till now, every team has won their map picks. The deciding map was banned by none and picked by none. So I have no idea which way this is going to go. If Molotov wins this, that will be their 2nd victory, and I'm pretty sure that will just put them in the semifinal. If anyone in chat can confirm that my suspicion is correct in that. We have a warm-up still. Red Barricade, it's all gonna come down to this. I am really quite happy though that we've seen all these maps come back around. There were like 3 maps we hadn't seen today, and they all came into this map, or this matchup, and it was great stuff. This map is gonna decide what happens. That looked like a clip by Lena, but not quite. Ooh, but that, it just keeps looking like clips, but it's not. Causer in 1st place now. And Marina going very wide outside, but still holds on to that line. Is a little bit faster here. Might overtake Causer. It's gonna be a battle. Causer takes 1st place back, but what clips? And Marina will take 1st. Lena with a PB.
Victory.
47.0. AFAB takes first place. Cinema, indeed. Oh, what a crash! That was, who was that? It was Lena. Lena crashing. Marina now has to take first place in order for us to draw. Can she do it? Can she do it? A little bit of sliding there by Enderin. That will slow you down a little bit. Causer still in second place. Ooh, Enderin. Oh, a little bit of a touch. Awkward line. Losing speed. Marina holding on to first, past the quack. And Causer trying what she can to take it back here. Marina will secure a PB 46.6. Very nice time here.
Draw.
And it's a draw. And it's 2-3. Oh, Molotov 8 points away from the semifinal. AFAB 7 points away from not being out. Let's put it that way. All four now close together. Where's Lena going? Wait a minute. I'm not sure what's happening here, but that does not look like the line you want to take. Has to respawn that a couple times. And Causer and Enderin can now tie it up here. Or even if Causer manages to, or if Enderin manages to get past Marina. No, but then what is this? Marina holds on to first place, fights her way back. And it is not a victory for Molotov. We do not tie it up.
Draw.
It is still 1 point ahead for AFAB. 3-4. 3-4. Early mistake here. Who was that? It was Causer. Causer with a crash. And that puts Enderin in third place. This is a very good position for AFAB. If they can ace it here, that puts them on match point. Where is Enderin? Enderin's in third. Look at Lena and Marina. Hand in hand. No! Marina with a crash has to respawn. That was their chance to put themselves on match point. Causer with a crash as well. Okay, so what's happening here now? Causer here. Marina takes third place back. Oh my god. Lena with a new PB. 47.6. 4-6 in favor of AFAB. It's not match point yet. But my goodness, you guys, what's happening? Okay. We have a touch. Someone touched. Who touched? It was Lena. Lena touched, is now in fourth place. If Molotovs wins this match, I'm pretty sure they're in the semi-final. But they need to get past AFAB first. And right now there's two battles. There's Marina and Causer fighting it out. And there's Enderin and Lena fighting it out. Marina, for now, still staying ahead of Causer. Will secure first place. There it is. Lena will stay ahead of Enderin. Good time by Marina as well. 46.7. And that puts AFAB on match point. They need two draws. Or a victory. Or an ace. And then they have it. Molotov already won their first match. They could secure it here if they win. Then it's still in their hands. Otherwise, they have to wait and see what the third round is gonna do. Enderin with an awkward landing here. Causer in first place. AFAB is perfectly happy with two draws here. Ooh, Marina with the touch. Enderin not able to take advantage of that touch. And it is Kaiser who's going to take first place with a new PB. Lena with a new PB, a 46.458. Can we just take a look at that time, please? It is very close to world record. Insanely fast round by Kaiser. But also, it is match point for AFAB still. They now only need a loss or a draw or an ace or anything that's not an ace for Molotov. Can they fight back? Molotov needs to ace. But Kaiser is 1 second behind. 2 seconds behind. Has to go the long way around. Enderin overtaking second place. But Marina is in first and is not letting go. Kaiser with another respawn. I think this is all she wrote. They need to overtake both Marina and Lena, and that's not going to happen because Marina will finish in first place with a 46.8, and that puts AFAB to the win. My goodness, what was this? Enderin with a nice PB. 7-11 is your final score. AFAB wins their match. Oh my goodness. We went to 5 maps. Let's quickly see if the other match is still going on. Round 3. Nope, I don't think it is. Oh my goodness. I was sitting here like this and like, oh. I think that was pretty something. All right, let's take a look at the master sheet. Let's take a look at the master sheet to see what is happening here. Equinox has won both their matches. Let's just take a look here. Boom. All right. They made that pretty nice match to watch. Exactly. That's what we're here for. Okay, so Equinox, I think that means that they secured 7th place. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. The last match that we're going to be seeing, I think Molotov is done with their matches. That means they have to wait. If Meow wins this map versus AFAB, they both have, or all 3 of them have 1 point, which means we're going to go to a decider stat. I'm not 100% sure what that stat is. But if AFAB wins their match versus Meow, that will put AFAB right there facing the Shorkies tomorrow. Let me just take a look at the time here. Let me switch back to this because this map is scheduled for 22, but of course we are a little bit ahead of schedule, so I would think that we're going to move that up. But let's take a quick break while we sort that out. Don't go anywhere. We still have 1 round to go, and it's going to battle. It's going to decide if, let's see, who's going to be 8th and 9th, Holy Dynasty or the Big Bonkers, and of course, who's going to end up in the semifinals for a chance at the win still tomorrow. So, see you in a bit. Don't go anywhere. Keep an eye on chat, and we'll see you in a little bit.